Cup. Now, off and racing, and Victory and Hot King Prawn had a little bump in the early stages. Victory probably shades Hot King Prawn initially. Fabulous One burrowing through underneath the pair to lead them now and hunt the rail. Not Listening to Me goes into fourth ahead of Jumbo Luck, Winner's Way and Dr. Jeff. 5 from the pace, headed by Fabulous One, who's crossed over to the rail. Purton's got Victory straight onto his back, hard up against that outside fence. Hot King Prawn is wedged between them in second position. Then Jumbo Luck, Not Listening to Me. Winner's Way's pushed on to try and stick with them, as is Dr. Jeff. 350 metres out. Fabulous One joined by Hot King Prawn. Purton's hardly touched Victory at the moment on the outside rail. He goes to Hot King Prawn now. Victory. Hot King Prawn fighting on from Victory. Jumbo Luck, Hot King Prawn, Victory. 2 favourites clear out to fight it out. Hot King Prawn finding sufficient, drawing clear to win it. Hot King Prawn from Victory. Jumbo Luck probably just held on to third over the fast finishing Dr. Jeff. And then Winner's Way, Not Listening to Me. And Fabulous One capitulated to finish last. Hot King Prawn had to dig deep. There was a little bit of difference between the two in the weights. Hot King Prawn 6 for 6 now over the course and distance. Victory looked a big chance at the furlong to cut him down, but just in the end is soon. No, off they go, and Victory was away with them. He is pushing hard. Hot King Prawn's charging forward, and Victory with Hot King Prawn. They're going to charge over, at least attempt to get in front of Jumbo Luck and Mr. Stunning, and that takes place within 150 to 200 metres. 50-50 settles down fifth on the inside of Not Listening to Me. 2 further back, Winner's Way, California Whip. 2.5 to Born in China and Pingwu Spark. It's Hot King Prawn on the lead. 600 metres to Tramp. Leads by a half to Victory, who's at his quarters. Jumbo Luck is settling third. Mr. Stunning's got the stalk on the leading pair in the market. 50-50 the rail, Not Listening to Me. California Whip, Winner's Way. Born in China, Pingwu Spark. Victory coasts up now and lays up to Hot King Prawn, who's pushed on. He responds, Hot King Prawn. Victory didn't find a great deal. Mr. Stunning sweeps past him, goes into second. Can he cut down Hot King Prawn? Mr. Stunning a length off Hot King Prawn. Going boldly the Prawn. Hot King Prawn clear from Mr. Stunning. 50-50 with a late burst, but it's Hot King Prawn again to do it. Hot King Prawn a length in the Premier Bowl. 50-50 and Mr. Stunning. Then Born in China close up with Winner's Way. Not Listening to Me. Jumbo Luck, Victory weakened out tamely. Then California Whip and Pingwu Spark. Sizzling performance from Hot King Prawn. Sam Clipperton, congratulations to Sam. A Group 2 here, the Premier Bowl on Hot King Prawn. 9 starts, 8 wins now, and he's done it over the 1,200 metres here at Sha Tin. Victory looked to coast at the 300. He put Hot King Prawn under. Mr. Stunning goes in. Gates fly and they're away and racing. There's no pace from Winner's Way. DB Pin snagged back. Mr. Stunning won the start. Hot King Prawn powers forward. Victory holding a prominent spot nearer the rail. Beat the Clock was away nicely. Born in China's going to settle midfield the fence. 50-50, 3 deep from Premier, who's between horses in a little bit of a traffic jam from DB Pin, and Winner's Way has dropped to the rear. 700 metres out. Hot King Prawn dictating the tempo. Leads by a length to Victory, who's off his heels. Mr. Stunning's posted 3 deep, no cover. Born in China is picking up speed nearer the inside from Beat the Clock. 50-50. Winner's Way, Premier, and DB Pin swings the widest. They corner in. Hot King Prawn coasting at the moment. Victory has him in sight. They sprint now. Mr. Stunning trying to wind up, but he's been deep. Then Beat the Clock, Born in China. 50-50 and DB Pin, but Hot King Prawn found another gear. Charged away. Beat the Clock winding late with Mr. Stunning. Victory can't go on. Hot King Prawn kept going. Mr. Stunning's not done. Reeling him in, but Hot King Prawn, he is a ripper. Hot King Prawn. 9 from 10 now for Hot King Prawn. Taking the Jockey Club Sprint A very game, Mr. Didn't have a sprint again. It went for about 50 to 100 yards and then he tired. 7-2. 1,200 metres. Gates are open and they're off and racing, and Sir Dancelot slow to move. Fine Needle and Winner's Way likewise. Victory pinged out, as did Mr. Stunning, and Hot King Prawn stepped away fair, but he's mustering wider out. He'll charge across to the rail, but it'll take him a little bit of time to get there. Hot King Prawn now over to the rail and leads Mr. Stunning. Deeper out, Victory goes to the quarters of the leader now, with Mr. Stunning dropping in. DB Pin, followed by Fine Needle, who's improved. Little Giant beat the clock 3 deep. Born in China, then 2 lengths further back, Winner's Way, Limbs Cruiser. Sir Dancelot is last of all. Victory is giving Hot King Prawn the large eyeball as they turn for home, 450 metres out. Mr. Stunning sweating on a run behind them. DB Pin the fence. Fine Needle, Little Giant looking to shoulder out. Beat the Clock is winding up, then Born in China. Hot King Prawn marginally from Victory. Mr. Stunning, DB Pin needs room. Little Giant emerging with Beat the Clock. Mr. Stunning took a slender lead, edging away. Beat the Clock wider out. DB Pin. Mr. Stunning in front from DB Pin and Beat the Clock. Mr. Stunning, he's the man. Wins the sprint again for Karis Teton. Born in China. Victory weakened out. Fine Needle. Then Winner's Way. Sir Dancelot. Hot King Prawn overhauled. The late scratching was Ping Woo Spark. It's a case of deja vu. Mr. Stunning defeating DB Pin in the Hong Kong Sprint. Beat the Clock third. Little Giant, fabulous run fourth. Born in China, Victory 2 lengths further back with a fast finishing Limbs Cruiser. Karis Teton, Hong Kong Sprint. They're off and racing, and Athero stepped away beautifully, as did Mr. Stunning, Hot King Prawn and Ratton, but Purton is charging for the lead on Athero, and he's going to gather up the front spot within 200 metres. He leads 2 lengths to Mr. Stunning, Hot King Prawn. Regency Legend was wider out. Beat the Clock began well. Ratton between horses. Then Victory, Full of Beauty, Dannon Smash, the Japanese fourth last. Then Wishful Thinker, DB Pin and Seasons Bloom last of all. Athero cantering on the lead as they run towards the 550. 3/4 Mr. Stunning, who's moving closer as they swing. Hot King Prawn, Regency Legend. Then Ratton, Beat the Clock, is locked up down on the rail. Full of Beauty. And then Victory. They turn for home now in the sprint, and Athero starts to click it up. Moves a length and a half clear. Mr. Stunning trying so hard. Then Hot King Prawn, Beat the Clocks into the clear. Victory, Ratton, and then Full of Beauty. But Athero kept going. Only a half, 3/4. They're closing. Hot King Prawn coming after him. Beat the Clock. Mr. Stunning, Beat the Clock, going to Athero. Moreira takes the sprint and the vase. Beat the Clock has overpowered Athero with Hot King Prawn in the dying stages of the sprint to clock up a third Group 1. Beat the Clock by Hinchinbrook for John Size, his third win on International Day. Hot King Prawn grabs second in the shadows of the post to make it a Quinella for John Size. Athero is run down in the last 20. He takes third, and Mr. Stunning